The interesting thing about organizations that we have now, we're still running on the old business model, which means we create a product and services, and then we build IPs and patents around that product services, and then we build regulation around that product and services, and then we sell access to that products and services. So organizations need to understand that it's actually a wholesale change to the way they operate, their business model, the way they govern, the way they process, to be able to compete and stay relevant in the future. So there are legacy organizations that really need to take drastic change, a strong look at themselves and make that change. And there are organizations which are newer, which need to also make that change, because change is now occurring every 3 to 6 months. So from a mission statement, gone are the days where you have a 5-year business planning cycle. Nowadays it's 6 to 12 months to 18 months. You start planning what you need to do going forward. So strategy is nothing without planning, essentially.
Are they right to fear?
So I don't think they're right to fear. I think that, and here's my view, every industrial revolution comes with a social revolution as well. So if you look at every single industrial revolution, never has it been that there are less jobs for human beings. In fact, there are more jobs for human beings, primarily because we've made certain monotonous, mundane roles replaced by robots, essentially. So what we are now moving into is almost a higher state of functionality, which means we look at creativity, we look at interpersonal skills, we look at our ability to innovate, to change. Because as I speak now, machines are not at that stage yet where they can innovate and they can create and they can understand the intrinsic knowledge of human behavior. So I strongly feel like it's not about replacing someone's job, it's actually creating more opportunities for jobs. And I've used this example many times where you have a bicycle rental services now, where you can essentially pick up a bike from a bicycle from anywhere and deliver and drop it off anywhere. What has happened is it's created an industry of bicycle collectors, which means that somebody has to go and pick up all those bikes, service them and put them back at the stations where they're supposed to be. So in that context, that liberalization of bicycle rental has enabled more jobs to be created, which is the bicycle collectors and servicing roles as well. So that's an example of how, it's not replacing someone's job, actually it's creating more jobs for us as humans. So interesting question. The way I look at it is that you don't start with technology, you always start with a human being. So you start with the customer experience. What customer experience do you want to provide to your customers? And that's the biggest question that you have now. Products and services are almost secondary right now. It's always about the services. So for me, it's about when I want to tackle that question in the organization, it's a very simple thing. This is the customer experience that I'm trying to create, right? And these are the steps that I need to create that customer experience. And this is why I need to create that customer experience. And then I talk about the technology. And this is the technology that I need to develop and deliver that customer experience. So it's really not about I have this technology and I want to implement this technology in the organization. It's more about I want to, for example, make my HR process more efficient, primarily because I want people to come and work for me. And people who come and work for me, their application process when they apply for a job is quick. Within 24 hours, you know whether you're employed or not, for example. Then I will say, this is what I'm trying to do, and then figure out what technology I need to then justify that technology usage within the organization. And data analytics is an enabler to help organizations move quicker. The technology they use is almost secondary. So the movement of data analytics in the last few years obviously has been enabled by technology, because obviously with quicker technologies we can do a lot more with data and analytics. But organizations really need to think about being obsessed with data, because without data right now, a lot of organizations cease to exist. So if you want to go through a digital transformation, you need data, yeah? But don't start with data, don't start with technology, start about what your organization wants to do, and then work your way back to what data you actually need.